Hello gamers! In today's very exciting video, I'll update you all on the progress of my Baldis Basics Unreal Engine 5 remake. 7 notebooks. Now if you were living under a rock for the entirety of 2018, Baldis Basics is a game where you're in a school with this guy, alone for some reason. I don't know, man, he's looking pretty sus. Now, Baldy being the absolute freak he is, keeps you here until you answer some maths questions. And if you get an answer wrong, oh, look, I don't want to talk about where he puts that ruler. Now, this video has a lot to cover, so let's not waste any more time and go. So first, my priority was the door and lock system that I've been having issues with since Churchill was leading England.
The main pain in the arse in this game is doors, and the keys you need to unlock them.
After 7 hours of tireless forum hunting, I finally gave up on the door unlock system.
Like, honestly, this single true or false statement makes basically the entire rest of the game run. And I'm just gonna say it how it is. It has fucked me over so hard.
But Josh, why do you even need to unlock the doors to a game?
Well, my smooth brain friend. In the beginning of the game, it's all nice, happy, fun times with Baldy. But once you get a question wrong, it reveals the other side of the school. Ooh, spooky. Anyway, the statement I made is called Haskey, and it's set true once you get a question wrong, unlocking all the doors and spawning our boy. In simple terms, it's the is Baldy pissed variable, and you're going to hear it be referenced a lot in this video, so I'd get familiar. I'd also just like to take a minute to say a big thanks to the forums for finally helping me sort it out, and here is my live reaction when it finally worked. Yes! 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 I am the best at everything! So next I pissed around with the notebook collection system, just because why not? And I made it so that the second notebook you pick up is impossible to answer correctly. I did this so that after you pick up the second notebook, no matter how hard you try, Baldy will spawn. Now, how I altered the notebook was I got the total notebooks available and subtracted them from the notebooks collected. Yeah, maths, who cares? Basically, I just yoinked some code from the notebook display at the top and got this value. And if that value was more than 1, you had a notebook. So next time you picked one up, instead of displaying the usual notebook widget that I've called Pad, it displayed what I cleverly called Pad 2. God, that name is it's just so creative. I did this so that Pad 2 was impossible to answer, whereas Pad 1 you could answer. And remember, once you get a question wrong, he comes. Wait, I didn't mean it like... I was then having problems with the game resetting after you closed the pad, as the pad was housed in a separate level, so when you teleported back to the original one, it reset everything in doing so. And so I had the genius idea of looking up save systems, so that when you leave the original level, it saves your location and the data, and then when you come back to it, it's there. And I mean, it seems pretty easy to... Oh my god! Now, after I contemplated blowing my fucking brains out at the sight of all this code, I had an actual genius idea this time, which bypassed the need to switch levels altogether. Honestly, I can't really remember how I did it. Did a thing and it worked. So now when you close the pad, it no longer resets the game after, as it isn't switching your level to a separate one anymore. It's just overlaying the pad onto the main level. I then figured I'd make it, look like a pad. Now, something I never really understood in the original game is why you had this, tablet thingy after picking up a notepad. Did Baldy just pull it out of his arse or what? So I decided my version would have an actual notebook, because sense. Only issue is, I'm not exactly known for my graphic design skills. And so I scoured the dire hellhole that is Pinterest.com for inspiration. Oh, fuck off! And after some useless searching, Adobe Stock eventually proved itself superior. I then looked at the prices and... Fuck off! So, after I figured I didn't fancy paying a king's ransom for a PN fucking G, I decided I'd make my own notebook. And so, after I downloaded a preview version of that beautiful notepad I found, I imported it into Photoshop to use the dimensions of it to roughly get some, rectangles and shit around it. I then deleted the Adobe Stock picture. I deleted the Adobe stock picture. Adobe, please do not sue me. I finished off the pad by adding some paint and textures and embosses and stuff. Yeah, nobody cares. Here's the end result. I then tested it and it all worked fine. So next I wanted to actually make this a game and make some power-ups. So first up was the stamina power-up. It essentially refills your stamina. Now you're probably asking, why did I make the power-up banana bread? Well, isn't the answer obvious? Banana bread funny. Now, despite its appearance, I am actually proud of this power-up because I created it all on my own without any help. Yoink! Now, after that absolute W of an achievement, I imported a fairly normal-looking version of Baldi that I called Good Baldi. Hello, Good Baldi. Now, Good Baldi greets you into the game and just kind of chills here until you get an answer wrong.
Hi.
At which point, he gets deleted the f*** out of, and Evil Baldi appears. Now, what is the point of Good Baldi? Honestly, nothing. I just didn't want to terrify people with that absolute fucking malformed creature that I created last video as soon as they get into the game. After a day of coding, I then decided it was time to sleep. Nope! I slapped on camera shake while I was at it to make it seem a bit more realistic, and added a lovely marble floor. And finally, after a good while of putting it off, I added probably what I resented most because I knew it would be a fuckload of work, a roof. But that was a problem for another day. Hello, me here. While editing this, I've just realised that I've actually done quite a bit more than I thought, so this video is going to have to be a two-parter. See you in the next one.